this is my Greenskins Age of Sigmar army. I haven't played a game of Warhammer since 2012, so these are from, I guess it'd be 7th edition. I'll just sort of go through what everybody is and why it is the way that it is, although there's a bonus unit there that wasn't part of the army before, but I explained about them in another video. I'll go through it again. So, in the background, we've got the Doom Diver Catapult, which is a metal model, and the Rock Lobber, which is also metal. Then you've got these bolt throwers, which are metal. Now, these bolt throwers were previously part of Stegadon conversions, and the crew got lost. So there are those little goblin archers. I don't know what set they came from, and I painted them to have brown sort of cloaks and hoods to go with the brown uniforms of the other weapons crew. So any goblins with entirely brown clothes are weapons crew, just to avoid confusion. Then there are these 20 archers. I have no idea how I've got them. I know that I bought a load of orcs from a friend, and that these will have come with them, but as to how, what set they're from, I couldn't say. They're probably the same set that the Chariot came from, and it's from the other Chariot. Now, some of these models I didn't put together, so the Chariots I didn't put together, I just painted them, so I don't know where the base off this one went. These are classic ball boys, which are metal and plastic. The arms on them, I think I replaced the arms with plastic orc arms, because the metal orc arms, at least I think they had metal arms. Anyway, they don't last and they fall off. So I did convert those a little. The big chap there and this other big chap, they were part of the job lot of orcs that I bought, and I didn't put them together. The Wolf Riders, now those are painted to look kind of cute, cute for goblins. So they've got this sort of powder blue fur and little pink noses, and the uniforms are a kind of a brownish, well, reddish brown. Now the reason that they're painted cute is because when you juxtapose them with other units that look less cute, people tend to ignore the cute units because they don't feel threatened by them. So actually the Wolf Riders get to ride around the battlefield kind of unscathed, and I tried that in games and it did work. People psychologically went for the Spider Riders, which I'll show you in a minute, which at the time were painted much darker. So they would batter the Spider Riders with missile fire and magic and just leave the wolves alone. So the wolves just got to do what wolves do, which was outflank and destroy units on combat resolution. And then there's these metal, what are they called? Squig hoppers. So I couldn't remember the actual name for them because I always call them the Smashing Pumpkins, because they're painted orange. They were never really that useful in games, but they look cute. Now these were Chaos Warriors that I took. I turned them into Bestigors because Bestigors at the time were really expensive. They were only available in metal, and they were pretty much the only heavy infantry choice that Beastmen had. So these used to be converted to Beastmen. Chaos Warriors converted to Beastmen, but then I don't have a Beastman army anymore. So I reconverted them to Orcs and then repainted them. So they're now heavily armoured Orcs. As I said, I haven't played, so here are the actual, what they used to call Black Orcs, and now I think they're called Iron Jaws. I haven't played in 7 years, so I don't know. There is a size difference between them, but to be honest, you know, I don't care. There are like, I think it's 40 of those, so altogether there are like 60 Iron Jaws in the army. Here's the command section of the army. So you've got a Goblin Warlord and 2 Orc Shamans, then 3 Orc War Bosses, 2 more Goblin Shamans, and then you've got some of the Yule Float 2 Goblin Fanatics, 6 of those. Also in the command section is an Orc Warboss on a Wyvern, which is the metal one. Then you've got regular Orc Boys in the back, which they're varnished. Some models on there aren't varnished. I'm going to varnish the entire army, it's just that takes a while, and they're ready to show you now, so I thought I'll just show you now, because otherwise I might lose the light. There are more Orc Boys in the back there. Then there are the Night Goblins. Now the Night Goblins used to be painted black, but 200 Night Goblins all painted black kind of looks dull. So I repainted them. So you've got these ones, which are kind of blue scale. And these ones, which are kind of like a Mehrunes Dagon cult. Red and, might see them better like that, red and kind of mustard. Then there are the Spider Riders. There are 50 Spider Rider models, I think. Yeah, there are, but one of them was converted to be a Goblin Warboss on a gigantic spider, or giant spider, I can't remember which. It's been a while. But you've got the regiment with the red banner, the regiment with the sort of grey banner, the regiment with the green banner, and in back the regiment with a brown banner to differentiate them. So 4 regiments again, just like with the Wolf Riders, it's just that the Wolf Riders are smaller, so they're a bit more flexible. And then obviously the giant with a bird on his head, and 3 stone trolls. So the army altogether is 10 Boar Boys, 20 Wolf Riders, 50 Spider Riders. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 80 boys, 60 Iron Jaws, 200 Night Goblins. I don't know what these things are called now. 10. They're not called Smashing Pumpkins. What are they called? Squig Hoppers. And 2 Orc Chariots. Some artillery in the back. So you've got 4 bolt throwers, a Doom Diver catapult, and a rock lobber. So yeah, I actually don't know how effective this would be in the game anymore. It was pretty effective before because it had an answer to everything, although before it had fewer Iron Jaws, obviously. It only had the 20, and it didn't have those Goblin Archers in the back. There. They weren't part of the army then. But it did pretty well before. So yeah, so that's that. That's kind of the last of my armies that I've painted.